Many announcers have walked up these steps and sat in this press booth at Spillane Fields. On this episode of Around the Horn, we feature the newest and oldest voice alums and the pipes that made them an indelible part of the Gatemen organization. The Gatemen evened out their record at 7-7 last week, sitting just behind Falmouth in the second seed in the West. The boys lost both home games. They were shut out 7-0 at Spillane Sunday against Orleans. Starter Fred Shepard struck out the first three batters he faced, but lost momentum in the second, giving up 3 walks and falling victim to 2 defensive errors. The Wareham bullpen relieved Shepard in the fifth and held the Firebirds scoreless for the rest of the game. The Gatemen attempted a rally in the fifth with men on first and second with 1 out, but a double play ball ended the inning and kept Wareham off the scoreboard. Then in the seventh, with 2 on and no outs, the Gatemen were put down in order, crushing their only other offensive chance in the game. Sporadic downpours pushed Tuesday's scheduled game against Falmouth to Thursday when the Commodores threw their own rain on the Gatemen's parade. First baseman Daniel Palka lifted one over the fence, racking up his 3rd home run of the season and 2nd of the week. But Wareham led 4-1 into the 6th inning before the elements once again interfered. 2 easy fly balls were lost in the combination of twilight and park lights, and though no errors were issued, Falmouth was able to cross the plate 4 times to gain a 5-4 lead, which would be the final score. On the road, the Gatemen were perfect. It didn't hurt that the Wareham Bats made some serious noise, racking up 6 home runs over the 3 away games. The Gatemen offense helped starters Brad Kuntz and Jared Ruxer to their first Cape League wins and lifted Dan Tobic out of a 6-2 jam at Hyannis with 5 late-inning runs to pull Wareham to a 7-6 victory. With a constantly revolving roster, it's been a story of temp players from the start of the season for the Gatemen, those temps playing no small part in the wins last week. But the deadline for final rosters for all teams is July 1st, which, as head coach Cooper Ferris explains, means we'll have to say goodbye to some of the faces we got so used to seeing at Spillane. So it seems like for the past few weeks, all we've been talking about is the fluidity of the roster. But this past Sunday was the deadline for the whole league to finalize everything. Is that kind of a weight off of your shoulders?
Yeah, pretty much. It's been a struggle, having to deal with releasing players and getting everybody in here and everything. So that first month is usually the hardest time for the coaches up here.
I'm sure. And then do you notice a difference in the players too? I know some of the temp players have now become permanent players.
Right. Well, I'm sure it's a weight off their shoulders. We tell them, pretty much up front what we're doing, and sometimes it's a last-minute deal, but most of them know coming in what their roles are going to be, and it's a situation where there's 3 or 4 of them that we're kind of riding the fence with, and we had to make some moves when our guys came in from the World Series. So we're pretty much set right now and ready to get in a little rhythm, hopefully.
Yeah. What happens to the 10 players who are released?
Well, I always have them a place to play. I mean, we don't turn anybody loose that wants to keep playing this summer. We always have them a place to play. There's a lot of leagues around the country, and I'm friends with a lot of guys in those leagues, and I usually get a lot of phone calls, let me know, hey coach, let me know when you release this or that, and so we try to mix and match, trying to get these guys in a good situation where they can be seen, and that's what it's all about. Everybody all the leagues are scouted. This one, of course, is scouted more, but they're all scouted, and if you're a good player, you're going to get seen. So it doesn't really, the situation that they're in is good. We want to get them in a good situation. So we take care of all our guys.
So we can miss them, but we don't have to feel bad for them.
Well, they're still playing, and I do miss them. And you get guys that come up and give part of their summer up for you, and you develop a bond with them, and so it's sad to see them go, but at least they're still playing.
That's right. And just because everything's been finalized, it doesn't mean that there's no movement going on.
That's right. Well, a couple of them, we've talked to are going to be pretty close. That way, if playing real close to here, and that way, if we need someone gets injured or goes down, we know where help is real quick. So that helps out too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you said right now we're at 27 players.
Right.
We can have as many as 30.
Right.
Where do you look to find those last 3?
Well, we've got situations now. We've got, Team USA will be through in a couple of weeks, and we've got a guy on that. We've got a guy that played for us last year that's dealing with the draft and everything, and right now he was drafted really high and not getting the money that he wants. He wants to come back and play a little bit, and so we've got things that could strengthen our roster, as we go through. But then again, you just don't know what the injuries that are going to occur down the road. You hope you don't have any, but those things could happen too.
Oh, especially this season. I feel like I'm especially nervous.
We've been hammered pretty good so far with injuries. So hopefully we can, keep everybody healthy and, get some things going.
Yeah, it can only get better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
I'm here with Gatemen catcher Matt Walsh. And Matt, you grew up just north of here in Plymouth. Were you a Gatemen fan growing up?
Yeah. A couple years ago, I watched Joey Flynn play here. And back when I was young, we'd come here with my family and watch games.
Neat. So, did you ever imagine that you would be playing here on the field?
It was always a dream. That's about it. I mean, just wanted to work hard and try to play here at some point.
Well, congratulations on making it here. You just finished your freshman year at Franklin Pierce. Yeah. Was it a difficult decision? You were captain of your football team at Plymouth North for 2 years. You had 1,000 yards rushing your senior year. How did you decide between football and baseball?
Well, I knew all along I wanted to play baseball. I just loved the game much more than football. And I wasn't going to play my senior year of football, so I already knew that I was going to play baseball in college. And I did all the showcases and summer stuff like that, so I didn't really football. I just played for the fun of it.
Jeez, you're really good for just playing for the fun of it. Now, one of your collegiate teammates, Vlad, plays with you here. Did you catch him when you were in college?
Yeah, I caught him every time he pitched, so yeah, it's fun being here with him.
Yeah, they make it an easy transition for you guys then.
Yeah, I mean, we know each other inside out, so it's fun.
Oh, that's perfect. So that learning curve is kind of, you don't even have to worry about that when he's pitching.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, you already have a home run. Still pretty early, relatively early in the season. You already have a home run. Didn't take you too much time to get it up there. Is that because Franklin Pierce uses wooden bats in their league?
I mean, I'm used to hitting with wood. I mean, I feel comfortable with the wood. I mean, but it's still an adjustment coming here because we don't see 90 plus every day like we do here, so it's still an adjustment. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Any of the guys ever asked you for pointers?
No, not really. I mean, everyone here is just as good as everyone else, so everyone has their own thing.
Yeah. I also hear that you have a very special bat that you use. It has your aunt and uncle's name on it.
Yeah. My aunt and uncle passed away. My uncle passed away 2 years ago, and my aunt passed away this last winter. And every time I go up to hit, I write their initials in the sand, and I just got a bat and put their names on it, just to, remember them every at bat. So
that's really lovely. I'm sorry about that, but that's really nice of you. Gatemen setup man Vlad Camacho joins me right now. And Vlad, we were fortunate enough to scoop you up at the Cape League tryouts. What made you decide to even go out for them?
What made me decide was my coach. He was nagging me the whole time to come out to the trial. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to go out there, give it what I got, and if I get picked up, I do. If not, move on and play somewhere else. And that's basically how I got here.
And you have been just incredible for us. 4 1/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, no earned runs. You are just a machine. What is the secret to that?
Just go out there and give it everything I got every day, knowing that, my spot's really not locked down yet. So I just try to go out there and give it everything I got every night. Every night I get a chance at least,
Right. And I read that you didn't even play baseball your freshman year of college? Yeah. And you're still this good?
Hey, it happens. I don't know. I just stayed on the grind every day and just got better as I went. I went down to Oklahoma, played down there with my coach, Kurt Russell, that taught me a lot, and just really blessed and fortunate to be here.
Jeez, and we're so fortunate to have you. I hear, too, that your family is up in Jamaica Plains, so really close, up near Boston. And you guys speak Spanish, is that true?
Yeah.
Would you do me a favor and say a little something in Spanish for me?
Man, allá, ¿cómo están la gente allá en Santo Domingo que se encuentran allá en La Romana, mi familia?
Thank you, that was beautiful. Bill Spalding, who was our play-by-play announcer last season, joins us now via Skype. Bill, thank you so much for taking time out of your very, very busy schedule to talk to us.
Oh, thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
Of course. Now, before we get into anything, I have to congratulate you. You were, the Sportscaster Talent Agency of America awarded you the Jim Nance Award, which essentially says that you are the best collegiate sportscaster in the country, the entire country.
It was really an honor to receive that award, and I was so excited to see 6 guys from Syracuse, where I go to school, in the top 20, including my roommate actually came in second place. So it was nice to see all these guys we work with do so well, and the experience to get to go down to the award ceremony and meet a lot of people who are big players in this industry was great. I was really, really thankful for the opportunities I've had because of it.
Yeah, so talking about the award ceremony, it was down in North Carolina, and I got excited because Terry Francona and Bob Costas were there. Mm-hmm. Bob Costas, of course, a Syracuse alum. And did you get to mingle with them at all? Did you get to talk?
Yeah. That was like the best part of the whole weekend, was that it was mostly set up for situations like that, because a lot of the older guys in the business, they just come back and they use that weekend to meet old friends and swap stories and all those kinds of things. But the best part of that weekend was just that the old guard in broadcasting is really so interested in looking out for the new up-and-coming people and the younger guys. So it was really easy to talk to anybody I wanted to. I met a lot of great people, taught me so much about the business, had so many good stories. So it was just, it was a great weekend to be able to meet people like that.
Who was the most exciting person you met?
I don't know. There were a few. I met Bob Costas, which was great. Dan Schulman, I talked to him for a little bit. He won the National Sportscaster of the Year award. He does Sunday Night Baseball for ESPN, so he was a really good guy to meet. And then Wes Durham, who does play-by-play for the Atlanta Falcons and for Georgia Tech for football and basketball, might be the nicest guy you'll ever meet. He was great. I've exchanged emails with him since. He was really a great guy to meet.
No kidding. Now, we at Wareham know how spectacularly talented you are, so it really wasn't that much of a surprise when we heard about it, but were you expecting this award?
I mean, I was not expecting to win it. It was a great surprise when I found out I won. I was watching the award ceremony with a couple of my friends when they announced the top 20, and yeah, it was really a great surprise. I was really excited and honored, and I think it was a validation of what we do here at the radio station I work at Syracuse and WAER, how hard all of us work, and just how we're really given great opportunities here to improve and succeed. And last summer in Wareham certainly helped me develop.
Well, and your ultimate goal, I think you told me in the past, is to professionally do play-by-play for Syracuse sports.
Yeah, I would love to do be the voice of the Orange for Syracuse, the IMG broadcaster who does SU football and SU basketball. I only grew up about an hour and a half away from Syracuse. Been coming to games to Carrier Dome since I was about knee high. So it would really be a dream come true to get to work here. So
this award can't hurt you, right? On your way to that goal?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, it's good because it really fires me up to just keep getting better. And like I said, the biggest thing was just meeting the people that I did, because it's more people who are willing to critique my stuff and help me get better and just help me down the line. So that was really the best part of it, was how open and helpful everybody was, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity that I had.
And you touched on this. You came and did play-by-play for us. We like to take a little bit of credit for you being so successful. And you were actually recommended to the Gatemen by Eric Silverman, who also is at SU and did play-by-play for us in 2010, and also made the top 20 list for the STAA. How did you get convinced to come down to the Cape League?
Well, Eric is one of my best friends here at school, and now he's off in the real world. He just got his first job at ESPN Radio in Ithaca, so he's doing great. But I actually had visited him when he was in Wareham. We were going to the Big East Football Media Day in Rhode Island one day, but I spent the night with him and his host family, which became my host family, the Chaplains, and had a great experience, went to a game. It was a lot of fun, and I knew it would be a really high level of baseball and a great opportunity to do some play-by-play. So he didn't need to sell me very much. Once I got the offer from Mr. Gay and from Scott Eaton to come to Wareham, I jumped right on it.
And you were just spectacular. I can't say that enough, because having worked with you a little bit in the press box, it was awesome to sit behind you, and of course Lisa Pride. Just listening to you guys, it would just seem so natural, and you guys were just fantastic. So when you were here, we at WCTV cover all of the home games, but you as a broadcaster were covering home and away games, which means you were basically covering baseball almost every night of a week. And one of my favorite legends of Bill Spalding is the story of you at an away game in the rain, all the equipment and your notes, trying to cover it, keep it dry. Do you remember that at all?
Yes, I will not forget that day anytime soon, and I don't think the Gatemen will either, because it fried our team laptop. But that was in Katuitt last summer. A thunderstorm. As you know, they can just roll in out of nowhere. So it was sunny at the start of the game. Clouds started to creep in maybe around the third or fourth inning. And then by the fifth, the rain started falling. So I had someone running to the concession stand for garbage bags to put over the equipment. But the game kept going, so we had to try and keep going. Eventually, the rain just came down like a torrential downpour, and they stopped the game, and we were able to move all our stuff. But it was a little too late for the team laptop.
Oh man, I can't believe that. While you were trying to broadcast the game, you're trying to save everything.
That was interesting, but I mean, good real world experience for sure.
Right. Well, so you have that memory, but I'm assuming there are better memories that you left with.
Yeah, I had a great time. I mean, it's just the people of Wareham. That's what I'll remember the most, like the people involved in the organization, because it really is just a class act organization and full of some of the most caring volunteers in the league. You go anywhere else, you don't find that community feeling you do at Wareham. So yeah, my host family, the chaplains, I have great memories of spending time with them, with Mr. Gay and the rest of the Gatemen organization, people like Derek Drinkwater who would come on the road for each and every Gatemen road game. We're the real Gatemen diehard fans. You miss people like that, and I really do miss that community feeling there in Wareham.
Right. Well, and you also mentioned one of my favorite parts of the Gatemen organization is all the food that they have after the games.
Oh yeah. Al Blanchard is in charge of setting all that stuff up, and the Gatemen definitely feed their players and personnel well. I miss Jen Drinkwater's desserts at the post-game meals sometimes, and things like that. You certainly don't eat the same when you're living out on your own as you do with the Gatemen organization.
Absolutely. So again, you've won the Jim Nance Award, but that still is not the best thing to happen to you in June. I heard that something very special happened last week for you.
That's true. I got engaged with my longtime girlfriend, Deanna Payson. So that's very exciting. She's a Massachusettser, so she's from Hopkinton, not too far away from you guys. So yeah, probably sometime next summer, the tie in the knot.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's very, very exciting, and everyone's response so far has been great. So we're very excited.
Did that involve more preparation than a Gatemen game?
Yeah, I mean, I probably lost a lot more sleep over it too. So trying to figure out the best way to top the question. But no, it went well. Yes, so I guess it worked out.
Well, congratulations, and hopefully you'll bring her down and come see a Gatemen game this season.
She actually went to a Gatemen game last year too. She was there during when the Gatemen clinched their playoff series against Bourne. She was in the stands, so maybe a good luck charm.
I think you need to bring her as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, much appreciated.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for catching up, Bill. It's so great to talk to you.
Yeah, it's great to talk to you guys too. Really enjoy the show. It's a great idea.
Oh, thanks, and congratulations on all fronts.
Thank you. Go Gatemen.
Bill's now famous voice is part of a lineage of beloved announcers that began with the memorable and distinct sound of former Gatemen GM John Wild. So you were speaking about John's voice, which is very notable, famous at Spillane Field. He used to do the PA.
Yeah, absolutely.
I heard that some of the players used to do imitations of him on the bus rides. Is that true?
Well, we both experienced this both at those meals before the season, but also on the bus. it seems every year that we had somebody on the bus that thought they could do John, and most of them were pretty good. But we had one kid that was an exceptionally good impersonation of John. Pat from Virginia Tech. Pat, not Nashak, I keep saying. Well, anyway, this fella here, he got on the bus, and he would do a takeoff of John, and the place would go crazy. You'd swear. You know, I'd look in the mirror and see, John's got to be on the bus. That can't be an impersonation. That's how good this kid was.
Wow.
And every year we had one or two, and sometimes even three, that thought they could do John Wilde. And 9 out of 10 of them were very good. But this one kid was the exception to the rule. He could fool John's wife. There was no way. That's how good he was.
To show you just how unique John Wilde's voice was, we leave you with some clips from his Wareham Gatemen show from 2004. Be sure to catch a new episode of Around the Horn next Tuesday at 4. Thanks for watching.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wareham Gatemen show. My name is John Wilde. I'm general manager of the Gatemen, and I thought tonight we'd take a look back at players that played for the Gatemen in past years who are currently active in minor league baseball, and look at how they're ranked within their respective major league organizations. The Red Sox have 4 Gatemen that they list, 2 of them in the top 30. In fact, 2 are in the top 10. David Murphy is ranked number 3 overall, first-round draft choice by the Red Sox last year, played for the Gatemen in 2001 and 2002, played right field for us, is now playing center field for the Sarasota team in the Florida State League in the Red Sox organization. Matt Merton from Georgia Tech, ranked number 5 overall in the Red Sox organization. Again, a first-round draft choice. Again, played for the Gatemen in both 2001 and 2002. Both teams were championship Cape Cod Baseball League teams. Well, thank you all very much for tuning in. We'll see you soon on another Wareham Gatemen show. Good night.